Hey guys, this is Guile. So recently I've done something I never thought I would do. I have to admit some shame. I have started a Necron army. Now I've hated Necrons for years, but with this new codex I've had such consistent problems with them that I felt that the best way to learn how to beat them was to start playing them. Get to really know them, watch what my opponents do, kind of learn more about how they work from the inside. So I went ahead and joined the dark side and have started an army. So just for fun of it, I'm playing a for fun game with my brand new little tiny unfinished army. It's not even fully painted, it's just starting. And I'm going to be going up against my son's brand new Dark Angel army, which is in the similar state. So if you're looking for top class battle report with painted minis, this isn't going to be it. This is going to be a fun match with very small unpainted armies. Both armies are about 775 points each. And let me go over the lists. Now I'm going to be using the Mefrit Dynasty out of the Shield of Baal set. This is going to be my lord. He's armed with a war scythe, the tachyon arrow. He's also got the the solar thermostat or thermostite, as well as a phase shifter to give him the invulnerable save. We're going to have one 5-man unit of Immortals, one 10-man unit of Warriors, and one 14-man unit of Warriors. I am going to be running 7 units of Scarabs, and 3 Tomb Blades with Gauss Blasters, Shield Veins, and the Shadow Loom. And now on to the Dark Angels. Dark Angels are going to be led by a company commander equipped with a combi plasma and a relic blade. He's fielding 2 tactical squads, one 10 strong with plasma rifle, plasma cannon, one 9 strong with plasma gun. Both squads are led by a plain sergeant with a plasma pistol. He's got one 5-man Terminator squad with a chain fist and an assault cannon, and a 3-man bike squad with one plasma gun. Most people probably recognize this army from the Dark Vengeance box set. It's where he's starting, plus barring one of my tactical squads. And this is his first army. So on to deployment, table, all that good stuff. Quick look at the table. We're going to be playing Contact Loss out of the Maelstrom of War, which is going to be kind of a pitched battle formation. I think it's called Dawn of War now. I'm stuck in old school. So the objectives, number 1 is in the middle. Number 2, a little hard to make it out, is on that side. Number 3 is in the middle. Number 4 is on this side. Number 5 is in the middle. And number 6 is on that side. And we'll be rolling off and deploying here in just a minute. Just another look at the table. I guess the theme's kind of one battle's already over, and we're here to start another one. So off to deployment. Alright, so the Necrons won the role to deploy first. So the Scarabs are on the left flank, looking towards this objective here. Got Warriors there holding objective number 2, or close enough to claim it. The large unit of Warriors is in the center, currently manning number 6, but with their eyes possibly on number 3 or number 5. I have the unit of Immortals behind the hill, going for some cover, and the Tomb Blades on the side here. The Space Marines, Dark Angels I mean, got one tactical squad 9 strong, hiding behind the downed Lehman Russ. Got 3 Ravenwing over here in the corner. And by this drop pod, he's got his other tactical squad, which is actually split into 2 5-man combat squads. One's kind of behind it, one of them's in front of it. And his Terminators are being held in reserves. He put his company commander with his tactical squad, and he's got the Warlord trait allowing him to add 1 or subtract 1 from reserve rolls, while my Warlord is with the larger unit of Warriors. And even with a reroll, I rolled the same trait twice out of the Shield of Baal set, and I have Haywire. super useful against an opponent with no vehicles whatsoever. So off. Oh, he already attempted to seize the initiative and he failed. Let me see if it's night fight. And 4. So there you go. So on to first turn. Before first turn, the Ravenwing decided to scout from their corner right up against the Aegis and claiming that objective. So now to the Necron turn. Alright, movement phase is done. The Scarabs have run from here up here. Got within 8 inches of the Ravenwing. Might make that charge. I got 1 tactical objective per the rules for this mission. I have to try to kill one of his characters. So maybe I can get that Sergeant. We'll have to see. These warriors moved up to claim that objective, and they also might get a shot or 2 off. I think I can just see them with some of the guys here. My large unit started moving forward towards objective 3 in the middle. My Necron Immortals came around to securely grab this objective. And my Tomb Blades came around to grab this one and to get a line of sight on the Tactical Marines over there. So Psychic Phase, whoop, that's over. Now time for the shooting. So most of these warriors were able to get a bead on his Sergeant, but I only managed to get 1 wound in which he saved easily. This squad managed to get 5 hits on the tactical squad that was in front here, and he rolled 4 1s and 2s, leaving only the plasma gunner left. These guys were out of range, and so the bikes tried to finish off the plasma gunner, got 2 hits and rolled 2 1s for wounds, so ineffective. He made his leadership test, and it's on to the assault phase. The Scarabs managed to roll a 12 for assault distance, so managed to get into the Ravenwing. I managed to kill off 2 of the bikes, but the Sergeant survived, used hit and run, and got away. My Scarabs used their Consolidate to file in behind the Aegis line, and we're moving on to Space Marine turn 1. So he moved the Ravenwing back just a little bit, trying to prevent me from getting my Slayer character victory point. Tactical squad moved forward. He can see the Scarab in back, so he's going to go ahead and shoot for it. The squad over there started to advance to get a bead on my Tomb Blades, and the lone plasma cannon ran behind the drop pod. Let's see if we can actually get him on camera. And I think he's going to camp back there and hold that objective so he can get those cards and prevent me from getting first blood. So off to his shooting phase. The Tactical Marines came out shooting, getting several hits but unable to wound the Tomb Blades. His guys here fired all of his firepower into the Scarab. He's got a lot of wounds, but I made dang near every single cover save. So he only actually managed to do 2 wounds on 1 Scarab. The other one was wounded from close combat earlier. So he was unable to get any points. His tactical objective was to claim objective 6, which is over here. So neither one of us have any points at this point. So far anyways. So on to Necron turn 2. So my tactical objectives is I have to kill a character left over from last turn, and I also have to kill a unit from assault. So I've moved my Scarabs up here targeting that bike. If I can kill him, I'll get 2 tactical objectives just from that. I also managed to claim objective number 3, which I'm almost to. 1 run move will get me within 3 inches of it easily. And I also have to destroy a vehicle or monstrous creature, which there are none. So that one will be discarded. My warriors moved here to claim me that one. These guys move forward while still keeping a tail on that objective to be able to lay some fire into the Tactical Marines. These guys move forward while staying within 3 inches to get some better shots at those Tactical Marines. And my Immortals move forward, probably still going to be out of range, but maybe might be able to do something. So on to the shooting phase. You know, every now and then you have one of those games where the dice are against you. I fired in here, only managed to get about 3 wounds. He failed all 3 armor saves. These guys here were able to get range on 1 Tactical Marine, and that's it. Got 1 wound on him. He failed the armor save. Tomb Blades got in here, managed to do 3 wounds. He failed 2 armor saves. So, yeah.
I got blasted.
Yeah, hats off to you, bud. I have days like that too, as everyone watching this video. So, off to the assault phase, and we'll see how the bag holds up. So the Ravenwing Bike managed to put 1 wound on with Overwatch, because they're firing Overwatch at Ballistic Skill 2. Nifty. And he managed to do 1 wound with Close Combat. Then with my 28 attacks, I only managed to do 2 wounds, which he made both of his armor saves. So I'm fearless, we stay in there, and Dark Angel, turn 2. I got 1 point for killing the Sergeant over there, and 1 for claiming Objective 3. Giving me 2 objectives at this point. So on to his turn. So the Terminators have arrived, and they've dropped right there between the Scarabs and the Warriors. Tactical Marines are moving forward to get a better bead on my unit of Warriors, hoping to take a few of those out. Due to some extremely bad rolls, he's down to 2 Tactical Marines and 1 Combat Squad and the Plasma Gunner. So the 2 Tactical Marines are actually hiding behind that drop pod. It looks like the Plasma Gunner has a bead to my stuff over here. So I expect some plasma coming my way. Onto his shooting phase. And the dice gods continue. So the Terminator squad fired in here at the Warriors. Everything they had got a single wound, which I did fail. No, actually that one I made.
Only because it's a special ability.
Tactical squad here fired into here. They did manage to kill off 4 Warriors. So I'll need a leadership test. And I rolled a 6. So 1 and a 5. I'm good. Then his plasma gun had a perfect lock right on the center guy. It was exactly in range. And he rolled a 1 and then a 2. So his one final plasma gun
blew up.
Kill himself. So, yeah, the luck continues. So, on to the assault phase. Well, the Scarabs lost 1 base to the Ravenwing Sergeant, but in return they managed to get the 1 wound off that they needed. He failed his armor save and he's gone. So, on to the Necron turn. So my objective this turn is I have 2 cards to get objective 5, which is right there, which I've stayed within 3 inches of. I have to kill an enemy flyer, of which there are none. And I have to kill an enemy in an assault phase. And I have to kill the Warlord. So the Scarabs have moved into position to assault the TAC squad. They have held their ground, claiming that objective, and be able to fire into the TAC squad. The large unit of Warriors, staying within 3 inches of that objective, are starting to move to get shots into the tactical squad to soften them up for the Scarabs. My bikes have swung around my Tomb Blades, still keeping 3 inches to the objective, so I'll get 2 points for that one this turn. But at this angle, it gets me line of sight to the 2 guys who are hiding back here. My Immortals have stayed put, just sitting and camping that objective. And on to my shooting phase. So this squad of Warriors managed to kill off 1 Tactical Marine with shooting. This squad of Warriors managed to get 1 wound on the Captain. And the Tomb Blades managed to kill both the guys who are hiding behind there. So I've knocked him completely off of my left flank. But I still got the Terminators, the Captain, and the Tactical Squad to deal with. My Scarabs are about to go in, and we're going to be facing some of that Ballistic Skill 2 Overwatch, which the Dark Angels now have. So let's see if I survive it. Never underestimate Overwatch. So with their Ballistic Skill 2 Overwatch, his Captain fired his Combi plasma shots, hit both, took 2 bases out completely. Then the Sergeant's plasma pistol hit, took another base out. Then they did 1 more wound with the Bolters, and the Company Master, with his Relic Blade, went in there and slaughtered all the remaining bases single-handedly. So the Scarabs didn't get to so much as nibble his toe, and they are gone. So on to Dark Angels, turn 3. So both the tactical squad and the Terminator squad move up. He got objective marker, basically he got this one. So if he holds this one at the end of the turn, he gets an objective point. But that was the only card he's got, so that was the only card he drew this turn. The other ones he owns is to claim objective 2 and claim objective 6, which have been very difficult for him to do. So it looks like he's going to put some pain on my guys in the shooting phase, and let's see how successful he is. Both the Terminator squad and the tactical squad sunk all of his fire into this unit, trying to knock me off an objective and steal me those cards every turn. He managed to knock him down to just 2 warriors, but couldn't quite finish the deed. So on to Necron turn. So for my objectives, I managed to get 2 grab objective 4, which is over here, and 1 be within 12 inches of his deployment zone, and 1 claim objective 6. So it looks like I'm going to be able to get 4. My Tomb Blaze is swung over here, already within 12, and I'm going to turbo boost to grab that objective. So I should have that one. That'll get me 3 points just there. I'm having them camp there. My main squad of warriors, I'm moving in to try to light up and take out that tactical squad, maybe get his warlord if I can. Those Terminators are going to be a pain though. And these last 2 guys retreated a little bit behind their objective just to keep getting me the cards for it, and a little bit more distance between me and the tactical marines and Terminators. So on to my shooting phase. 25 shots from these guys into that tactical squad. Killed 1 tactical marine. So it looks like the dice are turning around for him, because I got, I think, 5 wounds, and he made all but 1 armor save. So looks like the Necrons are going to have some trouble here. Now I did manage to get my objective there, and my Tomb Blades on top of there, getting me 3 objectives, so that's 4 more objectives this turn. And on to Dark Angel's turn 4. Well, my son got the card that he gets a victory point if he issues a challenge. So both his commander with the tactical squad and the Terminators are charging into my large unit of warriors here. Because my Overlord is the only character in my entire army he can issue a challenge to. So let's move on to his shooting phase. So he's actually decided not to shoot. He's just going to charge right in and not risk killing guys, making him fail his charge. So off to my Overwatch and see how he does in combat. Well, that went well for the Dark Angels. They came in here. I managed to win the challenge, killing off the Sergeant and 1 Terminator with my Lord. And my Necron warriors were able to kill off 1 of his, giving me 3. But he managed to kill off 5 of my warriors. I, of course, failed the leadership and was overrun by the tactical squad. So that entire unit plus Warlord is gone, and he got Slay of the Warlord. He consolidated the tactical squad towards this objective and the Terminator towards this objective, but didn't have enough to reach either one. So on to Necron turn 5. Okay, I got some interesting tactical objectives. 1, I have to issue a challenge. 1, I get D3 if I control 3 objectives. I have this one, I have this one, and I have this one. I also get D3 if I own all 3 even objectives, which I happen to have number 2, number 6, and number 4. So this is working out to my benefit. But I have no one left who can issue a challenge. So on to my movement. The 2-man squad stayed still, camping that objective. Going to throw some fire into one of these 2 squads. My bikes moved a little bit to get them into rapid fire range, but still keeping within range of the objective. Same thing with these Immortals. They moved in to try to get some shots in here if they have range, but still camping their objective. Still within 3 inches. So on to my shooting phase. So all 3 of my remaining squads fired into this squad, killed both tactical marines, but failed to do anything to the company master. He does still have 1 wound from a previous turn. So there's not much left on the table now I'm thinking about it. I have two full string squads, but they were small squads to start with. And just two guys from here, which those Terminators are probably going to mow down here in a minute with an assault cannon. So, but it is turn 5, so game's almost over. And I am going to get 2 D3 objectives. So let's roll them real quick. And that's a 1 and a 3, so that'll get me a total of 3 objectives. So not too shabby. So on to Dark Angel turn 5. So he does have a card to get objective 2, so the Terminators are running over here to finish these two guys off. His company commander is heading off to kill himself some Tomb Blades. I'm way ahead on points, so he kind of needs to table me. So I've only got the 3 units left. If there's enough turns, doubtful, but it might happen, for him to kill both those squads and get over here to my Immortals, maybe he can still pull off a victory. So let's go on to his shooting phase and see how he does. So the Terminators are within 3 inches of the objective, so they just fired and killed off the 2 warriors with the assault cannon. The captain managed to fire his pistol right into the head of one of the Tomb Blades and killed it. So let's see if he can make it in the assault. The captain attempted to charge in. Overwatch managed to get 1 wound off him, and then he rolled Snake Eyes for his charge distance. So he got a wound for his wares and failed the charge. So on to see if there's another turn. I'll roll a dice. With 4, there's another turn. So on to Necron turn 6. I only got 2 cards this turn, and one of them is the Destroy Gun emplacement, which he has none. And the other one is to kill 1 unit during my turn. So I've backed my Tomb Blades up a little bit, hugging that objective so I keep getting cards. I want to try to shoot down his captain. I'm in rapid fire range, so there's a good chance of it. My Immortal started to run because he's at the point he needs to table me, and those Terminators could definitely do it. So I'm starting to put some distance between me and them. So on to my turn 5, my shooting phase. The Tomb Blades managed to squeeze just 1 wound past his armor, and that's all it took. The captain is down. The Immortals ran 3 inches to get farther away from the Terminators. Now it's Dark Angel's turn 6. So the Terminators have gone Hail Mary, charging after the Doom Blades. His tactical objective was he had to have 3 of his units in his in his deployment zone and none of mine. He's only got 1 unit left, so that one's impossible. So he's just going to try to kill as much as he can. So on to his shooting phase. Unfortunately, the dice gods have returned to their previous fickle nature. He fired, only managed to get 2 wounds on these guys with Storm Bolters, and I made the armor save and a reanimation protocol. The assault cannon completely whiffed, nothing but 1s. So he wants to keep going, so let's roll to see if there's another turn. Yeah, it's a 6, it's another turn. So on to Necron turn 7.
Yeah.
So the Necrons only got 1 objective this turn, and that was the same as he got last turn. I have to have 3 units in my deployment zone, which only have 2 units left. So they both moved in to get shooting in on the Terminators. This is the last turn at turn 7, no more turns, so you can't kill both units. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't kill the Terminators. On to my shooting. Final Necron shooting phase went as expected. They managed 1 wound on the Terminators, which he saved. Actually 2 wounds, which they saved. They didn't even hit, all 1s and 2s. So on to the Terminator's turn and see what havoc they can wreak. Terminators have made a beeline towards the Tomb Blades. I guess he wants to finish those off. On to a shooting phase. The Terminators have successfully killed the Tomb Blades in shooting, did not need to assault. And it is the end of turn 7. I think if we just kept going, the Terminators would eventually kill these Immortals. I think if this was an attrition battle, they definitely would have taken it. But since we were playing Maelstrom, I did have a higher number of victory points. So good job to the Dark Angels. Their Overwatch is nothing to look down at. I think if his rolls had been better in the earlier part of the game, it would have been a different matter. Plus, I have to admit, the cards were pretty lucky to me. So, hope you guys enjoyed. If you like my stuff, please subscribe or throw a like on this. If you guys have any advice on 2 brand new armies, because I've never played Dark Angels before, and my son's starting that army, and I've never played Necrons before in my new army. So any advice, throw it down in the comments. We appreciate hearing from it. Thank you.